Hey, it's Simon and welcome back to the channel. I'm out here in Andermatt, Switzerland, enjoying some spring snowboarding. But for today, I wanted to answer one specific question. Is the Epic Pass, the pass that I'm actually using to access this resort, worth it for European skiers and snowboarders? If you watch this video all the way to the end, you'll be able to find out just how much money the Epic Pass has saved me on lift tickets here in Europe. But let's get into it. It's worth starting off by stating that the Epic Pass is an American product coming out of Vail, Colorado. For American skiers and snowboarders, to be honest, it's an absolute no-brainer. $909 for the season pass, and that gives you access to 41 resorts with unlimited skiing and snowboarding. That's no blackout dates. That's pretty cool. Besides from that, if you also add in the partner resorts in the US, in Europe, and in Japan, that makes an incredible experience for US skiers and snowboarders. A couple years ago, I was able to use my Epic Pass in Tahoe, California, and what I found there is actually by using the pass for like 3 or 4 days, I'd already paid off the cost of the lift ticket. So for US skiers and snowboarders, absolute no-brainer. But how does it work in Europe? So Epic Pass owners Vail Resorts brought into this resort here, Andermatt, last year. So by investing here, Epic Pass holders get unlimited skiing, which means when you rock up at the lift ticket here and show your Epic Pass, they just hand you a season pass, which is pretty cool. That means you can get unlimited skiing in Andermatt across the whole season, plus you get some of the benefits at other partner resorts across Europe. The Epic Pass here in Europe grants you access to 26 resorts throughout the winter season. But before we get into the ones that I do like, let's rule out a couple of the ones that don't actually seem good value for money. So the first Epic Pass partner resort here in Europe that I actually don't think makes great value for money is the Alberg region. Now, Alberg is a region that I've wanted to visit personally for years. It includes St. Anton, Lech, St. Christoph, Steuben, and it's actually a really sizable combined ski area. However, on the Epic Pass, you only get 3 days of access, and with that 3 days, you have to stay in one of their partner resorts. Now, for me, I just think that when they're trying to force certain accommodation on you, it means that you get less freedom to choose. And when you're trying to be budget savvy like me, you might not get that option. So Alberg on the Epic Pass, for me, is out. The second Epic Pass partner resort here in Europe that I don't necessarily think makes great value for money is actually one of my favourite resorts. It's Verbier and the Four Valleys. In terms of it being accessed on the Epic Pass, you only get 5 days of access, and that comes at booking one of their suggested lodgings or accommodations as well. Again, I just don't like the premise of that, but let's move on from those two which I don't think represent value for money and move on to some of the best options that you've got here on the Epic Pass in Europe. The first resort that makes the Epic Pass great value for money for European pass holders is Les Trois Vallées in France. The 3 valleys in France would cost you €360 for a 7-day lift ticket. That's $395 US. But that is included. You get 7 days access to the world's largest interconnected ski area with over 600 kilometers of piste. If you want to see some of the reviews and videos that I made from my time in the 3 valleys this year and in the past, there'll be a card on screen and everything linked down in the description. The second ski area that gives European skiers and snowboarders great value on the Epic Pass is the Ski Rama Dolomiti in Italy. 8 beautiful resorts spread across the Italian Dolomites with plenty of terrain to explore. Normally a 7-day lift pass, which is included with your Epic Pass, would set you back €420, and there are no lodging requirements. I've got to say that skiing and snowboarding in the Ski Rama Dolomiti, especially around the Madonna di Campiglio area, has been a real highlight of this season. And although I've already mentioned Andermatt, I just want to put in at this point that Andermatt is incredible value for European skiers and snowboarders. To get the season pass included is absolutely fantastic. Just from the time that I would have spent here in Andermatt, I would have spent well over 800 Swiss francs. So if you're getting that included, and if you are getting about into Andermatt and it's 120 kilometers of piste, you don't need to go anywhere else this winter to get good value from your Epic Pass. In conclusion, I definitely think the Epic Pass represents good value for money for European skiers and snowboarders, especially since the introduction of Andermatt onto this pass. Just myself alone this winter, I would have spent over $1,600. I'll put a couple of conversions on screen on lift tickets, but I think when I bought the Epic Pass last year, it cost me $849. So I saved at least $700 on all of my skiing and snowboarding this year. Now, if the Epic Pass sounds like it's something for you, but you've still got a couple of questions, be sure to drop them down below. I would say that it comes with one caveat, really. It's good value if you're going to ski for at least 3 weeks in the winter. If you're not, then you might just be better off paying for the lift ticket on the resorts that you actually want to use. It's also definitely beneficial if you're going to fit in a trip to the US or Canada, because the lift prices over there are definitely quite steep. Anyway, that's my thoughts. As I said, any questions down below in the comments. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video.